show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game.
It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I get it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Know when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other. Ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning.
It's week 7 of the National Football League, and we've got Breece Hall. He was steady for them on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding us.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. So here are the Jets now backed up to start their first drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa. Now Hall to start the drive. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 25 carries, 125 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. This defense for the Patriots, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Play action, now it's Tua. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the double. Right through.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Berrios now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On first down, right back to Hall. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The Jets sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll run with Hall. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Tua sets up to pass it. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll get nothing out of that one. 2nd and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Matthew Judon in there to take him down. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it was hard for anyone to react.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 41-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So a new man under center here, Charles. It's the ultra-rare quarterback trade, and he delivers a strike there.
And you just don't see this happen very often. Changing of teams during the season at the quarterback position, but they expect impact from him, and they should get it.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Hall again on 2nd down. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround What is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now Jones. He'll find Parker again, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. Throwing, Jones. That swung out wide to Harris. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Haven't been a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will stay a 4-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Ready up.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 63 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
38. 38.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. On the counter, it's Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Touchdown! Garrett Wilson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point attempt to come here. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jakobi Meyers. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Operating from the gun. Jones caught by Woods. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Some of the best games of the weekend come in that 1 o'clock Eastern window, one of which features the Panthers at home in Carolina as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. In the late afternoon games, it'll be loud in Kansas City, that's for sure, as it'll be the Chiefs. Good stuff to follow on the West Coast in the afternoon window, one being out in Las Vegas, where it will be the Raiders. And then lastly, the nation gets a good one on Sunday night between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things...
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. Well, the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Jones to throw on third down. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A big play there on the catch and run, and the Patriots will get a new set of downs. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And they run with Harris off the option. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And throw right side complete to Parker. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4. They can still get a first down without scoring. An option handoff given to Harris. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Jones on 3rd and 2. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
They'll run for it. It's Stevenson. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Harris. is into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same, and what they plan to do on offense.
72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Ball again on 2nd down. 7 yards there and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Here's Hall again. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. On play action, here's Tua. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Paul on a give up the middle. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Ball again on 2nd down. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Tua going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the down, and advance the ball.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Ball again on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets answered back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return is Jones from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. New England's offense set to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Jones now throwing to start the drive. Complete. It's Henry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 24, Jones. Open man is Myers. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Jones. Now thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And caught by Henry. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Jones. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Tua. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him out to the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. New England trying to get to place on offense. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Gotta punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Ready, blue check. Ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 118 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. again on second down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. All right, what can Tua do now with his drive in OT? And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Let's go.
A give running right is Hall.
And some room to work. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll go again with Hall.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Straight ahead is Hall.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. But I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it. Because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Give to Hall running right.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home.